My name's Chris. Today we're going to do a video on something like very simple mod that I actually got the idea from my buddy Grand Tour, Eric. He's actually pretty big on Instagram. I'll link his Instagram below. He gave me the idea. I'm not sure where he got it or if he came up with it, but it's a great idea and I really like the way it looks. So my car is actually down right now. I'll kind of get into that maybe on another video. It's nothing major, just a part that kind of malfunctioned, and I'm trying to figure out from which point did the malfunction happen, the part or the installation, which I did, but we'll figure that out here in a little while. Right now, we're going to focus on this little mod that I really think is going to be pretty cool. So we're going to start off by getting in the car, and we're going to pull the actual part out that we're going to be working on, and then we'll kind of prep it and then do our thing to it. So let's get started there. Alright guys, so we're in the car, and what we're doing today is we're going to be painting the silver around the sport shifter stick here. So first thing is going to pull off this little window, and we could use either like a little razor blade to stick in there, or I have this little tucker tool for tinting and all kinds of little film you use there. So let's see if I can get it under there first. And this is kind of flimsy, so going back to the razor is where I wanted to go anyway. And we're just going to pry it very gently up. Try not to damage anything here. So I just got under it and I'm going to pry. There it is. It's actually just a sticker. So we're going to put that here. And there that is. Still got this tacky stuff all over it, so that's good. So this is going to be a T9 for this little baby screw in here. Alright, and there it is. So we got the whole little unit off. Pretty simple. Let's take that park button out. So there's a park button. I'm gonna set that down. Alright guys, so next we're gonna try to remove this white part without trying to get, I'm not trying to get paint on it. So got my little pick tool, and there's a couple little areas where you can actually push them out. So 1, 2, and then kind of push on it. And it popped out. Pretty easy. So now we're left with just the raw part and some sticky stuff right here, which I'm going to cover in tape right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tape kind of over it for now, and then I'll kind of use my knife to cut that around just to get it pretty nice there. So you can see as you press on it, excuse my focus here, as you press on it you can kind of see the outline of it. Then you can use if you have an X-Acto knife, use that to run around. I'm just using like a knife for like tinting. That's where I got it from for my tint. And I'm gonna just kind of cut around, kind of leave some exposure so that way you paint most of what you need there. That right there is pretty darn good. Not looking for perfection, but I'm okay with that. So we got that covered. This is actually 280 grit that I use for my work, and it is going to be a little too rough, but there's a trick that we use at work that makes it a little less rough, actually a lot less rough. So we're pretty much going to rip it in half and start sanding each other. So when you rub it together, you'll see that there's powder involved there, and that's because it just deburred it from being so heavy, which again 280 is not heavy, but now it's a super fine paper, and now we can go and scuff up our surface, and it's just barely scratching it, which is good. Alright, so as you can see the little micro scratches all over it? It's very smooth, but it does have some scratching from the sandpaper. Next, we're gonna go with some steel wool. It's like ultra fine steel wool, and we're gonna go over it just to make those scratches even more fine, which this is just an extra step, but you can do it or skip it if you want. It's probably enough if you use like very light sandpaper, like 1000 grit, should be good. I'm pretty comfortable with this so far. Let's see if we can get a good shot on it. Now we're gonna use some isopropyl. So we got some isopropyl 91%, which is kind of hard to find nowadays because of COVID, but I've got a good bit of it because I usually keep it. So let's get the alcohol onto a microfiber rag. Got a good bit on there, and wipe down the part all the way, get all the oils and hand oils and dust and everything off of it really good. So just kind of go around the whole part, see how it's coming off. There. Now we're gonna let it air dry. So isopropyl alcohol, the higher the percentage, the faster it dries, really, because it's more alcohol. But we're gonna just kind of let it dry and get ready for our paint. Again, we're using Rust-Oleum, very good paint for this kind of stuff. Paint and primer, gloss black because it matches my interior stuff, and you gotta read right here, bonds to plastic, wood, metal, and more. So really good stuff for this type of project. And nice thing is it lays really smooth and dries a little longer than some paints, but it's worth it. So shake the bejesus out of this thing. Just keep shaking for a couple minutes. Alright guys, so we got the part ready for spraying. I pretty much used a mac and cheese box and used some soldering wire to kind of prop it. So the soldering wire goes through it and then out the box and is just kind of staying there. If you can see, I sprayed it once and it fell over. So this is my new and improved spraying booth. So let's see what we got here. So first coat looks great. Let's let that dry and come back and see where we're at. I think that will be our final coat. So a total of 3 coats. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. A couple days later, ended up with 3 coats. Nice, shiny, gloss black. So let's put it back together. And first I'm gonna put this down right here, and we're gonna run some double-sided tape where the old one was. So it's gonna go right up in here. Sorry, I'm trying to record and show you guys how to do this at the same time. We're gonna get our screw and we're gonna have to punch through this double-sided tape real quick and get in there. All right, now it's a T9. So let's get that going. Now, last but not least, our shield little cover here. We're gonna stick it right back on. Double-sided tape. And just look at that difference, guys. I mean, that just changes the whole look of it. I mean, it just makes it look so much better. So there we are. Really cool mod, very easy, and really like it. So. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. That was a pretty easy mod that we did there, and very simple, takes no time, and it really does change the look of that stick a lot. So, and if you have any questions about it, please let me know. I did 3 coats of Rust-Oleum gloss, and it turned out great. So, I'll see you guys on the next video. Have some big things coming here soon, and we'll go from there. Thanks guys. Bye. Alright guys, so that concludes our video for the shifter paint. Please follow the directions on the can. Rust-Oleum is a great product for stuff like this. You do want to apply the coats fairly close together. So like you spray the first coat, 2 or 3 minutes, spray another coat, 2 or 3 minutes, and you spray your final coat, and it comes out with just a beautiful finish, almost like a enamel finish on it. Looks really, really nice. And this idea came from my buddy Grand Tour, Eric Grand Tour. He did his, and I just pretty much followed his direction on this. And we did ceramic coat it at the very end, which I didn't film, but that's just gonna keep it, you know, for years to come. And I'll link his information below. You should follow him. He's got an awesome build and very, very sharp looking car. So if you guys have any questions, I always get back to you guys in the comments like really quickly. So just ask me in the comments, and I'll give you the best you know, answer I can. So I'll see you guys on the next video, which is a lot of stuff coming with exterior, with interior, and of course more to come with the big boost, which you guys saw recently on Thick F30 channel. That's going to be even stronger to come, dyno, all that good stuff. So see you guys soon. Have a good day.